Alright. Lives. Go here.
Was life as an archdemon always this dull? If only I had Regina with me. Now that I know what it's like to be a weakling, this form, hubris, I realize it suits me much better.
Good investment to 3 stars, sure, because she's one of the only. There's only 2 Earth healers at this point, and they're very limited in niche each one. So, if we look at it from this, you have to look at what each one does. Which is, heals one ally by 100%, reducing the target's skill cooldowns by 2 turns. Additionally, removes all of the target's debuffs and increases the target's priority by 100%. Grants invulnerability and increased attack for 2 turns on the target ally, if the target ally is an Earth ally. So that's unique. Heals all allies by 35% of Seiran's max health. Additionally, recovers allies' action points by 25. Removes 1 debuff from all Earth allies, including the caster, and grants sustained recovery for 1 turn. The amount of healing is proportional to the target's max health. And then attacks the enemy with a 65% chance, 80% chance to remove a debuff. And then heals an ally with the lowest health. Inflicts extinction time for 2 turns, or execution time for 2 turns. Execution time increases damage taken from Earth allies. And then Velia is it's actually better we look at her from the codex so that she's maxed there. So dispels all debuffs from all allies and grants immunity for 3 turns. Restores allies' health by 35%. Also increases Earth allies by 15%. Put that up too so you can see that. Triggered effect. When hit, counterattacks with Venomous Charm. Upon a counterattack, attacks all enemies with a 100% chance to inflict poison on targets for 2 turns. Ignores target's resilience. After the attack, heals 20% to all allies and grants all allies a barrier for 2 turns. The barrier's strength increased proportional to the target's max health. Attacks an enemy and heals the ally with the lowest health by 13%. If the target is poisoned, activates a dual attack from the ally with the highest attack. So you're realistically looking at a unit for, I mean, each one of them are unique grass healers. So you're not gonna have a ton of places to use them because they aren't the best in slot healers. However, especially when you get into things where you have to have elemental advantage or stuff like that, it can help out. But as a good investment, worth pulling, I mean, yesn't, realistically. I mean, when you really think about it, is she going to change the game? No. Is she worth having one copy of? Yes. You can get her out of the custom recruit here eventually, so what? Probably a full patch after she's released. She'll be in there, so she'll be up now. She'll go through her banner, then after her banner, she'll go one patch and then be put in the custom recruit. You can pull her there. 3 months like Fran? Okay. Hello there, how's it going, Breezer? Alright, so... Nice. Yeah, I'm good. Are you sure it was 3 months, Zeph? Because was she not on banner when I went into, was she not on banner when I went to go do the service transfer? So are you sure it's 3 months? Hold on. I believe you, but I don't believe you. Okay, so people are showing their summons around the 1st of August.
While waiting for Master.
Okay, yeah, no, that's 2.5-ish months. Okay. Weird, because I thought she was up on banner when I went to do the service transfer. Alright, we got 1 day and 12 hours. We probably need to get on with our tickets and try to climb up a little bit higher. And that's gonna be a no. I'm only gonna try to go into Plat 3 is all I'm gonna go to. I don't push any higher than that.
I will not be bested by some rotten soul. Ancestors, lend me your strength. Bow to me.
It's not worth it. The return on investment is 0 for this. But they don't want to do anything right now because they're too chicken shit to do it with giving away 12,000 Aether and 1,000 tickets. They don't want to do it.
Praise me for this. No.
That's fair. Alright, we're gonna go take that one on. gear. That makes more sense.
Would you die for my ambition?
I was gonna say for beer purposes. Alright.
Must carry on. This is my atonement. This is the power of an
You can do it on bots, dude. You can take it. You can go up to bots on Plat 3. Like, it's literally hard bots all the way up to Plat. Yes.
I'm the queen of fiends. Here I come. Brace yourself.
Plat and ungeared accounts.
Let's end this with a victorious barrage. Endurance cannon, fire!
Somebody didn't watch my gearing video or my arena video.
Do not resist. Ha! Yeah! Face your judgment. Endure this a little longer. I will never let go. Don't look away.
As the world shrinks and disintegrates. Is everybody okay?
No, here, I'll show you.
Up there.
This is a real player right here. This is a bot, and this is a bot right here. Okay? So this is the only one that's a real, actual player that we have to worry about. I'm not going to go attack that, even though I might actually be able to beat this. Because this just looks like this is 149. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take my chances just to prove I think I can actually beat this. Because it's not like a whole... It's like a lot of cleaving. It's going to hurt, don't get me wrong.
I will not be bested by some rotten soul.
I should have probably brought Demi Stella to this, but we're going to do this the old school way.
Bow to me.
Don't look away. As the world shrinks and disintegrates.
An ordeal like this. It's just a stepping stone for a hero. Last time for the scissor circus.
Shattered to pieces. Dissolve them. Face your judgment.
All the waters of the world empower me.
Better watch your head.
One step closer to the throne.
Alright, there we go. And then we have this one. I wonder if this is geared. If you couldn't take this on, I would be ashamed of you. You have to realize, too,
Would you die for my ambition?
most of the arena is dead
I
accounts.
will not be bested by some rotten
Like-
soul. This is my atonement.
I can make an educated guess, and I can probably tell you exactly how many people are playing this
You
game.
guys trust me, right?
On global, I could probably give you a pretty good educated guess.
Dissolve them. This is my resolve. Ha! Ha! The throne is mine.
And I promise you, you'll be fine.
Don't look away.
Yeah, there's an occasionally... I've seen a 250,000-ish person in gold,
And disintegrate.
but it's an old account that got pushed down. Because you gotta think, they're D-ranking as they drop. So you're gonna see it occasionally. Now here, I'm in Plat 3. Now I want to show you this as well. This is a real player. This is a real player. This is a bot, by the way. So now you have 2 players and a bot. So even in Platinum, there is a bot if you want to chase it. Here, I'm not going to go for it because this person has spent money. That was the step-up pack. frame. That is 6-star. That's 4-star. That's 6-star. I'm not digging into this. This person's clearly spent money on the game. 4-star. 6-star, 5-star. I'm not pushing into that. But I can come down here and pick on this for my extra 10 points.
Have you forgotten your manners? Lower your gaze.
I must carry on. Ancestors,
And now my tickets can regenerate, and in 5 hours I can come back and do my arena again if I wanted to push higher.
Don't look away. As the world shrinks and disintegrates, this is my power.
the authority of hubris.
No, there's bots all the way through Platinum. So, real player, bot. That's what you need to know. Grab that. Hello there.
Hello, hello.
How's it going? Good morning. Welcome in. Alrighty.
Doing good. Just my note that there's a fucking construction 2 houses down.
That makes sense. Wild Slave, thank you for following. Welcome in. See, my nemesis is people with frickin' leaf blowers. That's the one that I can't stand. I get highly annoyed when somebody's out there just laying down on a leaf blower for hours on it. I'm like, get off. We'll be going, man. Good luck with the plot. Alright, take care, Breezer. See you later. Let's just do it this way. This will be easier. 3 stars. Alright, we'll do the 2 lower ones, which is you and you. Alright. Sweep this just so that we have it done. I am not a viewbot. I'm just a lurker. Love your guides, by the way. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Actually, Twitch has done some really jank stuff for lurkers. Like, it's kind of sad. What they've done. They've made it to where, like, actually, like, real lurkers don't count anymore. Like, if you're not, like, actively in somebody's chat, they don't count them anymore. They've done some wild stuff. But regardless, I don't care. I'd rather people just sit and chat and hang out if they want to. If they want to lurk away, lurk away. I'm not gonna give a crap about, who is or isn't chatting and stuff, so... That's why I mainly watch people on YouTube now. And... yeah, no, that's for real. That's actually something we were talking about it on the podcast here. Over the last couple weeks, it's come up a few times. Yeah, they're trying to reduce botting issues, but what it ends up doing is it puts in it makes people view bot harder. Because lurkers used to count for like 30% of your views. Like, for real. Like, lurkers, like, when I got, period. it's doesn't matter. They said if you're not active in chat, it's not going to count as a view. Plus, you could also only watch 2 streamers at once. So it means if you have a tab up with multiple streamers on it, and you have 5, 6, 7 streamers up on it, it'll only count 2 of them. You can only watch 2 streamers per IP now on Twitch. You don't count. That's the unfortunate reality of what they've tried pushing with it. But I don't know how long the CEO is going to last there at Twitch. He's in kind of deep shit after all this TwitchCon stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But, like I said, I don't care about views, specifically the number itself. I got close to Twitch Partner back during Epic 7, and you have to hold that for 3 months before you can get it. Personally, the streamer herself, I give a shit about what happened to her. That's fucked up. Yeah. What happened was, and then the fact that the company tried to not even do anything. Someone else had to step in. It's messed up. Hello there. How's it going? Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome in, everybody. It's another day. Oof. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Not attacking that. I don't have the damage for it. I'm marking most of the time if I'm being real. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, as somebody who played Black Desert for so long, half the sauce, and I kid you not, I would be playing Black Desert, grinding at a grind spot for hour to hour, while watching somebody else grind at a different grind spot for a couple hours, listening to them chat while I veg out on my own. Then, I knew people who did the same thing to me. They would come watch me grind at a different spot while they were grinding at another spot. Are they chatting in my thing? No, but we were listening to each other as we played. Crazy Guild Boss is so simple, but at the same time, I don't understand, like, does it want you to build towards a specific team, or you're useless? I have around 12,000 stamina. The best way I can farm for Aether is using that stamina. So you're not going to actually really do a ton of Aether farming with that. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. So, yes, you can farm Aether with your stamina. But that would be like going around and clearing your side stories, making sure all those are beat, going through your story, making sure all of this is beat. That's what you would spend your stamina to farm Aether for. Once you've farmed out those stories, then your Aether literally, or your energy becomes farming gear consistently. That's where you'll end up getting your, where you'll end up spending the rest of your stamina, is there. The only reason I have so much is because I've been saving it to do stuff on stream. And we haven't been clearing quite as fast as I wanted, so it's kind of been a waste. But I will blast through this in a hot second when I go crank up the gear drops. Because right now, Glyces has got a drop, or identification's got a drop rate up right now. And this is the time to farm out weapons and accessories. So I might actually take the sauce up on this thing right now and start burning through some of that. When I was teaching, I made sure to keep it in the know about certain mobile games. Yep. That's wild, though. While you're teaching is freaking hardcore. I appreciate that effort. That's legend status. Alright, let's go jump into this. That's fine. It happens, dude. Don't worry about it. Teach computer science so I can do that at times. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
You guys trust me?
That is awesome.
Look at this. Our guest thinks they're leaving.
The underworld is my
I
home.
have 14,000.
My side is the Reapers.
One because
The
I'm
death
a player,
equalize
two
all.
games, three, yeah, just like lots of
Necromancers
stamina.
control
I don't normally. I prefer to have the
my shot.
I prefer to have lower stamina.
I will take their head.
But what comes to be the issue is when you try to stream 2-3 hours in on Outerplane, it's a lot harder to do because of the stamina system.
I'm taking your life.
But the unfortunate reality is, once I get to
I will take
get through doing the story and the side stories, there's not much other than gear farming on stamina. There's a very little repeat energy,
cut of the winnings.
energyless content in the game, and that's one thing that I've talked to the dev about is there's not much to do,
Test our luck.
realistically, once you've burned your energy in this game. Because at least with Epic 7, you had the ability to use leaves to consistently refresh your energy there. So you could kind of milk it all day long, or all afternoon long if you were wanting to do that. There was also content you could go farm that did not require energy, or at least go through and clear. There is limited of that here, but most of it takes energy. Even Tower takes energy. So you can't even go clear a tower without having energy. And they think the issue is hunts. No, it's the lack of things that don't take energy. I don't give a shit if your hunts take energy. I don't give a shit if your story takes energy. Like, leave other things to not take energy so you can mess with it while your energy regens. Like, you gotta think about the player who's trying to do that.
Eliminating enemies.
Did you prepare a will?
Come on, let's play.
It's not even reduced the cost, because the
Black fire.
cost actually kind of isn't the issue. It's the energy drain in general. So,
I'm taking your life. Fire in my
so let's say I want to farm gear in Epic 7.
prepare a will.
I can farm that all day long because it's not skip ticketable content where I can just indefinitely skip ticket that stuff. My one-shot team could do Banshee in 42 seconds, I think was the average of that one. And it was a 100% guarantee for how we ended up building it, because we ended up doing the magic nail trick. So it was 100%. Alright. So that's done. Let's now... Here's how we're gonna get rid of this.
How should I torment you?
42 seconds. The Chloe, because the tech was, it was Chloe, Vivian, Leo, Biken, right? I'm sure it was what it was, because I was trying to do the Magic Nail version where it was 100%, because I could do it. There was one that I had that would cycle at sub 30, or right at 30. But the issue was, it wasn't 100% one shot at that time.
That's all you can do? You are hopeless.
Ah, you did the Strays tech. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't quite there when we were doing the Adventurer's Black Book stuff. The Strays tech, there was a few hunts you could do with Strays, but it wasn't that wasn't popular at that point. No beat debuffs needed. That makes sense. Alrighty. So that's done for today. Let's go, let's see. Actually, I need to go to base, is where we need to go. Alright, one more day, and this is going to be over and done with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop working on these, and we're going to go start working on class enhancements. Which I think what we're gonna do is we're going to get them all leveled up to 5. Do the tree, take each one and do the tree and level them up to 5 so that we can get the full nodes unlocked. And then we'll work on taking each node to 10. And then once that's done, we'll come back and we'll do defenders and rangers here. Because right now, that kind of takes care of the major brunt force of stuff. Yes, I actually made a video about this so that it's, and explain it in a lot of detail of why you should kind of like think about this. And I break it down in a pretty easy to understand way here. Is I give you that this is probably your starting point. Counteract strong enemies. But then I walk you through why you should look at the rest and how it depends about how you want to play. For the elemental quirks about critical damage, does it apply on elemental advantage, or does it always? It's just always there. It's literally a stat into your. The critical damage is baked into your gear. Yeah. We just released that video here a day or so ago. Actually, let me see. Quirks was the last video released. If I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah, Quirks was released on the 23rd, so 2 days ago. And basically, the TLDR for you is, we talk about the counteract strong enemies, then I go into class enhancement, and then I break it down so that you understand the sides of the tree, so that you understand that one side is for attackers, one side's for bruisers, so that you understand, oh, if I'm only going to do this, you have the proper way of knowing where to invest into early if you don't have a lot of the materials. You know, we walk you through, you know, it's the same practice for these. I tell you why, my opinion of stopping on Ranger and Defender to go over to Elemental. I also give you the reason of why I can see people argue potentially doing Elemental over class enhancement first. But I kind of walk players through this saying, this comes down to, you're probably spending these to level up units right now, so it's going to be kind of hard for you to just justifiably throw these right away into it. Where this, by the time you actually max out your strikers, your mages for sure, even if you skipped healer, by the time you did your strikers and mages, you should have the core of your team built, which will allow you to look at class enhancement, because at that point you can slow down, because it's not a ton of these things, but it's an amount that you're going to have to stop what you're doing for a few days to do this in the beginning stages. Somebody can take this out of context and say, oh, well, I already have 800 of these things farmed up, or whatever. Okay, cool, but you have to think, if you're not leveling up, each hero is that you level up to upgrade 5 and upgrade 6 is 250 refined stones. So if you don't have your core like 8, 10, 12 units done, you won't really be able to do this. Now, sure, I make about 90 a day doing my level 12 hunt for these, but a new player may not be beating the one to get 90 a day, or 70 a day, or 60 a day, 50 a day, whatever it ends up being as it goes lower and lower and lower. So they have to be a little bit more careful with doing this. While this, I can actually see the path of why you would want to do this. You would have to focus the main units you're doing, which is going to be fire for hunts. You'll focus earth for hunts, and then you'd probably go into light because most people re-rolled for Luna. So I can kind of see how they would do this. And then after that, it goes, whichever one you don't do here, you finish this up, then you go to utility, and adventure licenses its own thing. But I would be waiting to get at least counteract, strong enemies, class enhancement, and elemental enhancement before I start spending on adventure's license or utility. I would want those done because that actually directly affects my stats. So the video will go through that and it cleans it up for y'all on the flow through it. But I mean, that's pretty much the TLDR of it. problem. Screw it.
This is going to make me rich! This is going to make me rich!
It's gonna make you rich, it's gonna make me broke.
This is going to make me rich!
Alright, we're at VIP. We're almost to VVIP. We've only got 2 more to go. And then our shop is done and we don't ever have to worry about it. Okay, so let's see here. We'll probably end up getting it because the value, the season pass is probably one of the better valued purchases in the game. One of them, I should say. I also explained that in the video. How about that? Yeah, so it's really easy. So if you come up here and you look at air, there's some useless information up here that nobody really ever look at. So it tells you that she's a fire elemental. It tells you that she's a striker. And then this right here, this icon, tells you what the class is. So this right here tells you that she is an attacker, a brave warrior who crushes enemies with high attack. But then you go look at a different striker. You come over here. You can see she's a light element. She's a striker. And then you can see she's a bruiser based off of this icon. So when you look at your characters, you can see what they are based off of what it says. So it tells you when it's going to be an HP based or an attack based damage dealer, just based on that alone. You can tell just by what it reads here if you're going to use HP or defense. And each one has its own unique. You have Sweeper, and then you have, what is it? Luna's the other version of it. Normal Luna is right there. Yeah, there you go. Flanix. So each one has 2 types, and it tells you what the type of the unit is here. So, pretty helpful little bit of information when it comes to building units. And I also tell you about that in that video as well. Super helpful. I'm currently already 6-star on Air, Eternal, Valentine, but I'm struggling to beat 12's Chimera. Do you suggest anything to beat? What is the other unit you're using? Like, what's the other unit? Who are you using on it? Okay, Monad Ava. Okay, so you've got the team. It's a gear issue or a skill book issue. Also, you have to manually play it because it's a timing thing. So, let me explain. Okay, so Valentine. You need to have it where because you need to cycle it like this. You need to cycle Valentine from her S2, from her second skill to her skill 1. Now you're going to be dicing the 30% down here on the dual attack. This is where you're hoping she dual attacks. So you're going to be constantly doing buff into S1, buff into S1, buff into S1 whenever you have the opportunity for her. And this also is applying because of her weapon being applied, you're getting the 100% chance to inflict marked, which is going to be an extra damage buff to put on there. So you go into that. Then, Eternal needs to be able to take her extra turn. Alright? So, take her extra turn. She's going to cycle S3, S2, and then she's going to S1, 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 S3, S2, S1, S1, I believe is actually what it's going to end up doing. So you'll be cycling Eternal through that. She's going to constantly be doing this. Then you have Monad Ava. At 5 stars, she is going to, you're going to want to only cycle the dual attack here at, unless you are like desperately low to dying or need really, like, if you've lost over half your health, then yeah, you need to use the heal. But for the most part, you're going to want to dual attack. Now, this, by being 5-star, is going to just bring air. It's going to bring Eternal with it. So you're going to be constantly bringing air Eternal every time she takes a turn. Why this is important to make sure Ava goes after Monad Ava needs to go after Eternal is so that Eternal has its defense broken so that when you bring air, she's hitting the target at a def break with a mark. So she's already got maximum debuff on it so that when you dual attack, you're now dual attacking into a defense broken unit. All right, now we cycle over to air. Air needs to be hitting like an absolute nuke, okay? So this needs to be the biggest damage you can possibly slam down. And then air will actually cycle S3 into S2 because it's not going to have any buffs at that point, so she'll get the extra turn. And you have that. Then she's going to go S1, S1, S3, S2, S1, and she's going to cycle through that as well. So if you're not beating 12, it's a gear issue, or your skills are not leveled up properly, or your weakness gauge is not there. You need to make sure that you do have the charm, so try to get as much attack as you can into it. Try to get as many crits, rogue charms on, because like you can put a rogue charm realistically on 3 of these. Monad Ava, you're probably not gonna get crit on her. So this one's gonna be the odd one out at that point, but you can at least get these 3 to crit pretty consistently. Because getting her above, because she'll be 55% crit chance just with her thing. So you've got basically Ava and Eternal dicing 50-50 crit chance. Might be weapon plus accessories issues. That definitely can help. But you also have to consider when it comes to the game gives you everything you need to do this. Stage 2 gives you the critical damage set, for the most part, that you need. Now, a couple of these pieces are sus, but this could get you a lot closer right here. This is actually not Air's weapon. Throw this piece of shit away, okay? While, yes, it's good stats to get you right away, you don't want to have an increasing critical chance thing. Actually, where you need to go is you need to unlock Beth's first weapon and grab that Surefire Javelin, roll that one, see how it turns out. Come down to Special Identification, come grab Noah, go to Stage 1, go grab that Surefire Javelin and see how it rolls. Take the best one of those 2 and slap it on Air. Congratulations, you have Air built. That's literally what you're missing on a lot of it, specifically for Air's build. Eternal, however, is getting the shit end of the stick here, because this is not what you want to run Air on. You actually want to run Air on the speed set here. You'll end up wanting this because of all the effectiveness on this speed set. You'll come down here and put that on Eternal. The weapon itself doesn't really matter. That's a decent one to use, especially early on, because if you can cleave stuff early on in it, she can use it. So, and then Beth is running crit chance, which is garbage, and weakness. So I would not use Beth's set on anybody. So this is why I said with Airs, hers is the best shot you got at it. But I don't like how the stats are stacked on this. This needs to be crit damage, crit chance, speed, and accuracy. Crit chance, crit... Well, actually, no. This can actually get attack percent on it. So this would need crit chance, crit damage, attack percent, and speed. Same here. Crit chance, crit damage, attack percent, speed. Crit damage, crit chance, attack percent, speed. Crit chance, crit chance, crit damage, attack percent, speed. That's what you realistically want on it, which this kind of shit when developers do this slightly pisses me off because they know exactly what you actually need, but they don't want to give it to you because they want you to farm that out. They don't want to give you that. But if you can, with the dice of these attacks, with the stats, you're probably not going to get the perfect stats to go beat it without actually having to deeply farm. But if they went ahead and just gave you the crit damage, crit chance, attack percent, speed, you would have, the brick would be you hit all speed and you don't end up getting the crit chance and the crit damage stats. That's the funny thing of it. Then you get this lightning fast crit damage unit and you're like, where the hell did you come from? So this is the closest you're gonna get. The necklace actually isn't that bad, but it is missing crit chance in here. So this is also kind of a garbage neck for her because you're missing crit chance here. But all you have to do is get 50% crit chance and then Valentine will carry her across the line. So when you actually look at my units, look at my fastest unit and her gear. One red piece there. The only reason this is even here is because we got 18 speed. So that's the only reason this is here. It's just for the 18 speed roll. Alright, this is here for the 15 speed roll. Is the only reason it's there. 42 speed neck is the only reason that's even equipped. It's because I rolled it's because the main stat of this. I just picked one of them that had some stats she would need, and I went with the 42 speed. The reason this is here is for the 12 speed in the helmet, the 15 speed on the chest, the 12 speed on the gloves. That's it. That's the only reason this is here, just to get her out at up around 300 speed to cycle. So she's not on anything special. This is just the only thing that is required is you want to eventually get one of these. And this could be better by a roll. One roll and this could be better. Then we look at Eternal. Eternal is at 70% crit chance, so no matter what, she will probably crit. I mean, it's 50-50, but she'll probably crit. Then once Valentine's got her buff, she's 100% crit. But this was more about effectiveness and speed, because I needed her to be the second fastest unit. So everything here is about effectiveness and speed with crit chance on her build. Then Ava is speed-tuned for Eternal. So she's fast enough, but slow enough. So she's fast enough to be out in front of Air, but she is, and to be usable and to cycle around more. But she's literally just, I went for speed tuning here with her. But I do happen to have a pretty decent emblem of dominance here. Does it have speed on it? No, but it helps. And then here, I wanted the actual resurrection token, so she has a 50% chance to revive. Now, I don't have a great one of these, so the issue for me is I don't have the right stats. Crit chance needs to be rolled off of this, and it needs to be health percent for me to consider actually rolling this resurrection token up, because I could actually make her faster off of this. But everything else here is just speed, a little bit of bulk, whatever I could get, and tried to keep her out in front, and then just raw damage. So I already had this helm from a farming a while back. That I went for crit damage because I didn't need crit chance. I went for this because I needed some at the point of putting this on. But I still need attack percent, so this isn't great. I don't have attack percent here, but I took the crit damage roll. And I just ended up with 52 crit is all I needed to hit because I knew she was going to be rocking Valentine's buff. So, and another part is that you have to also realize that the quirk system is semi-designed for 12-13 grinding too. So just kind of put that in there, that the quirks here for killing the counteract strong monsters, I'm doing 30% more damage to bosses just by having this up. That's the whole pen set right there. Like, I mean, that's just bang, 30% more damage. And then you've got skill chain damage, you've got increased damage to break, you've got reduces evasion. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here that helps make it better, but like, that's a big one. Then you gotta come over here, and my striker is doing 15% more damage. My mages are doing 12% more damage. And then they've got increased the attack in here. So, I mean, there's more stats in here that that you probably don't have, which is another reason of, you know, quite not beating it yet. Hello there. How's it going? So it's not just necessarily a gear issue. It's, did you do it right issue? Did you set it up right? Okay, so all we got left is Doppelganger. 60, alright. Yeah. You focused on stamina, so you went to utility? I would reset. If you've spent a good bit into it, reset it for the 100 Aether. Start over. If you've actually spent more than like 1 or 2 level ups into it, reset it and start over. Alright. 103. Cool. Alright, so... we were 2 days away from, 2 resets away from finishing Luna off to 6 stars. I'm gonna have to buy yours in 130. I'll actually, tomorrow, I'll do the next node on Nella because of that odd number there. All right. I mean, as a PvP sword, that's not terrible for a ranger. That might actually be kind of good for Regina. I think she's a... Is she a mage or a ranger, actually? That's a great question. Are you a mage or a ranger? Don't. It's... That tree is not good for a beginning player. And that I actually deeply explain in the quirk video. Out of all of them, that's probably the most useless one for a new player. I would 1000% reset this shit. Come here, reset this, get all your shit back, and re-level this up this way. Level up, counteract strong enemies completely. Get this all the way done. Then, I would jump in and I would do strikers to 5, level out the tree, do mages to 5, level out the tree. Then, you can start going into some other stuff. But this, the utility right away is absolutely dog shit. To get the extra drop chance, you're missing damage right now. You don't give a shit about the penance of stamina you get here. Get your account to 60. That will get you more that'll get you more stamina than you can get. If your account's not level 60, don't worry about that. If your account's level 60, then sure, you can start working on getting a little extra max stamina. But the account experience and all this stuff is not really that good. The drop rate is mediocre for chasing reds. You're not going to be chasing reds in the first, like, 100 days of playing. That's a byproduct of you trying to get gear. You're chasing blues and greens. You're chasing blues, but you're using greens because they can roll well. So, and then adventure license is going to be something you're going to do on the side once you've leveled up others. So counteract strong enemies, starting on class enhancement, then you're going to go work on elemental enhancement. And then you'll probably realistically go do utility afterwards. This is like an end game, I'm just there. But this is not the new player start. It's terrible long-term investment considering the biggest issue is damage. That's what most people suffer with. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so let's see. What else do we need? Garbage. Absolute garbage. Alright, let's go see what that rogue charm rolled. Resilience! Hooray! Another garbage fucking resilience rogue charm. Because heaven forbid I actually get, you know, good rolled stats on these things. Because, like, there's crit damage, there's crit chance, there's... Is Dracon considered a waifu? I mean, do you want her to sit on your face or not? Yes or no? If the answer is no, she's not waifu. If the answer is yes, congratulations, you answered your own question. Pure effectiveness and speed.
What a wonderful evening.
So, when I was looking at it, I don't have the sword for it. I went into attack. Let's see. I was looking at attack. I think effectiveness for... I don't think she needs effectiveness for some of it. Hold on. Let me double check. think it's attack and speed. Hold on, I'm trying to find out if it actually is. Because I don't have a ton of effectiveness on her. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let's see here. If I brought, because I think it was, what, Eternal Sword is what I ended up building on her. Because I basically put Laplace's gear on her. She scales with effectiveness. Yes, that is there. Hold on, it's under, where is it? It's in the stats somewhere. Hold on, where does it say it? Because it caught my attention the other day. I don't see it now. That's the weird thing, because I remember we saw it scaling with effectiveness. Exclusive equipment? Ah, that's where it is. Damage dealt increased proportional to the caster's effectiveness, max 100%. I was wondering where it was. Striker and Mage. Striker and Mage, then you go work on probably your elementals. Okay, so that makes more sense of why you're trying to stack the effectiveness into her. Wait, I said Striker and Ranger? I thought I said Striker and Mage. Ranger would be something you would pass up on and Defender right away. And then Healer, because it'd be Striker and Mage. Then potentially Healer if you want to go into that. Is counter strong enemy really that effective? For what context? Look at tier 6, Transcend 6. Effectiveness, right after attacking does not trigger its... Wait, what? Yeah, it gives her 100% effectiveness on her kit. Oh, I see what y'all are doing. Okay, never mind. I'm there. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Yeah, I'm never going to take her to tier 6. I don't have the stats. I don't have the currency for it. Is it better to stack effectiveness? I believe that curse goes off of attacks, so if you're not going to have a massive amount of effectiveness, would it not be better to get as much effectiveness and like try to chase your effectiveness attack percent gear? Oh yes, for quirks. It's all boss monsters. It's literally anything that is a boss monster. It's going to be effective for. Like that's the way I look at it. Is you need to try to get it as high as possible, sure. But you can't sacrifice, you know, you do need some attack to be able to get the curse to actually do its damage too. But like, you should be able to get very high effectiveness and chase effectiveness, speed, and attack percent pretty well. Like, that's not that hard to do. So that shouldn't be too terrible. Let's see here. Arena, come in here and grab this. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and send out the energy to everybody and do our guild raid. Sup, bro? Alright. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, so we've got to cook up what we want to do here. Boss becoming enraged each time his health is reduced by 50,000. Enrage's ultimate skill removes all buffs from all enemies before attacking. This attack ignores defense, increased damage dealt every time the caster becomes enraged. Okay. Takes increased damage taken from mages. Takes greater damage from earth elements. I mean, I wonder what it reduces crit chance and effectiveness of strikers. When inflicted with poison, increases weakness gauge, damage taken by 300%, reduces damage dealt to earth enemies, reduces and increases damage taken from them, but increases damage dealt to fire enemies and reduces damage taken from them. Okay. Damage dealt, to the boss by cursed and fixed damage cannot exceed 20,000. Happiness without pain activates an additional attack on all enemies upon scoring a critical hit after attacking. Increases priority by 20%. Attacks all enemies. Grants increased attack, defense, and speed for 3 turns. Okay. Grants the caster irremovable increased critical hit chance 2 turns. Attacks an enemy. This attack prioritizes the leftmost enemy. Grants the caster irremovable immunity for 1 turn if a non-defender was attacked. Okay, so that's kind of setting up this. Use fireworks on the last day. Supposedly you get more points if you use them on the last day. That's why we're not using fireworks. All right. Alright, so I know I want those two. But now I just don't know about how I want to do this. Because I want to do the, I want to do the striker, Giases, so that we can get as much points on this as possible. Honestly, let's try the dual attack here and see what happens. Alright, let's check your stuff.
Summons confirmed. I got your call, Master.
Speaking of sad waters,
What a wonderful evening.
Ethereal just added the English pack
Yeah.
into what's the word in English? To celebrate, they added the most broken unit in the game.
Classic.
We're gonna have to. People are gonna listen to her voice for a long time, unless they ban her in PvP. Because if you don't, first pick is on the way.
Damn.
If you don't pre-ban her, for those who are above in the RTA, you're dead. If you don't ban her at the end of the selection, you're dead. And she literally kills anything in anywhere that is in her way.
Fair.
My unit's so broken that she's
Yes?
an HP scaling unit that can work both turn 1 and turn 2.
Yes?
That's terrifying.
And her burst skill is a full swipe. That her passive, every time someone dies, she can burst again. It doesn't matter who someone is, if it's the enemy or your ally.
That's disgusting. You just got your first VIP status on Twitch? Nice! Congratulations, man.
And because of that, the only person who can actually damage her because of what was the effect? Injury. Because of injury, is Lillian. But it seems that anyone who's playing this unit would ban Lillian to counter it. So yeah.
Can you not select this shit? I thought you could actually do this. I swear you could literally pick what you wanted to do with the Gias. Ah, here it is. That's where it's at. I was gonna say, I swore this was in here. Alright.
and I could be more wrong for Nikkei's turn anniversary next week.
Nice. Alright, so what do we want to put on this dude?
Yeah, my prediction went all the way to the drain. I missed everything.
Really?
Yeah. We're going. Remember Red Hood's when she was fighting. Her story was she was fighting Cinderella, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna continue that because they're gonna fight the anniversary story is gonna be Nayuta's, which is the new pilgrim. Is gonna be the fight straight to the queen. To the first queen, I will say, because that is way more now. But yeah. Yeah, and the second part is gonna be the continuation of the main story because Rappi and friends crash landing into a fucking the biggest rapture that is in the planet. So the unit is gonna be the next heretic to join the group. Yeah, Rappi decided to be shoot first as second. Yeah, she's gonna crash land the mother whale that everyone was riding back home into the biggest rapture that is in the planet. So that's gonna be a fun story to read.
Yeah, will be interesting.
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field.
So yeah, those are gonna be the new two bosses for the anniversary.
Alright. Welcome. And goodbye. Shall we? Fly to the moon. Scatter to the wind. Like a farewell wave.
Actually, we could have used the increased ranger.
Commence annihilation protocol. Remove the intruder. I'll sucker you.
Eat up, Kitsune.
In this moment, time bends to my will. No one dares to harm my master. Shall we? Now the petals fall. Saralata, upon the white snow. Stand in bloom.
When the gate to the underworld opens, desolation is all that awaits you.
Oh, in
You look brittle.
a year and a half later, they're giving Chime for free.
To me, activating safety
That took
mode.
a while.
I'll show you the desert's fury. Eliminating enemies.
Yeah, I refuse to use the new unit until she gets her English voice. I'm standing strong on that. I will not play with any of the new units until they get their English voice.
Feel the fanfare. Stay still.
I'm trying to get Prime Variant, but I'm missing 2 pieces. The Incarnate. Okay, the Incarnate. Nice.
I'll show you the desert's fury.
No, I don't. You have to realize, after the Christmas thing, I barely had anything left over on my account because it took pretty much everything I had selling to get that done. All right, so I had 650,000 points at that. I can probably do better because there's no Rangers. And I have not grinded anything in a year on Warframe. So I have very, very limited resources on that. Bro, I haven't played in a year. I have no shit on my account. Literally, I did Christmas, literally, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I was still grinding, trying to get the rest of the stuff needed for the Christmas Day giveaway. Or the Christmas, or was it the day before Christmas? Because I don't know if I did it Christmas Eve or Christmas. Oh, I think I did it Christmas Eve. Was the giveaway. And I was still grinding the day, like, up to the stream to do it. Like, I have, like, nothing is left on that account. Because I ended up having to borrow a few things. I had to, I bought some stuff right at the end. And I think I still have, like, 1 or 2 things that people never claimed. Like, they just never came back to get it. So, that was unfortunate. There was only like 1 or 2 items that never got claimed. So, like, I have nothing left on that account. If I had played, like, I just got on yesterday and added you, finally. So, let me put it that way. That's how long it's been. Went on and did a test thing on stream and played for a few minutes. And that's the first time I actually...
That's because he had to... He only did it because he had the graphics cards problem.
God, don't...
Yeah. If it wasn't for that, he would not log into the game.
We're never going to hit the weakness gauge, so we're going to go ahead and pop that up. Alright. Practice battle.
Yeah, me, I'm just waiting until what's gonna be the beginning of next year, but when the new content come out. I'm just let the game accumulate content and play the game, because I literally played everything.
Yep.
This is my world. Though it is a bit bare. Sally, Marva Petals Fall, Saralata, upon the white snow.
Turn everything on, you're still minus 50 points. Because I can't get rid of the mage.
Dispatch all support sentinels.
That's the one I can't do.
Destroy the target. I'll sucker you. Eat up, Kitsune.
I've got all of them but the mage one on. Ah, okay.
With surging hatred. Insolent wretch. On your knees. With surging hatred.
This doesn't seem right, though.
Sentinels. Destroy the target. I'll sucker you.
It's like he killed them all before I actually... Because I thought the other round went better.
You look brittle. Submit to me. I'll show you the desert's fury. I'll show you the desert's fury.
I was like at 650,000 was the final points on the last run, but I don't see any way we're getting that with this.
You look brittle. Submit to me. Commence annihilation protocol. Remove the intruders. I'll sunder you. You look brittle. Submit to me.
Okay, we'll go.
I will become stronger and ever more flawless. Who dares step within my desert?
I'm not sure if I have that.
Light, shine upon my enemies. This is my world.
It would be on the Discord if we posted it.
Is a bit there.
But outside that, no, I wouldn't. Because I would have copy-pasted that.
Scatter to the wind. Like a farewell wind. Dispatch all support sentinels. Destroy the target. I'll sunder you.
Eat up, Kitsune.
Gods, please bless us. We sing our praises upon you.
Genshin Impact animation.
When the gate to the underworld opens, desolation is all that awaits.
I forgot we used to make fun of her because of that.
Shall we? Now the petals fall, Serralata, upon the white snow. Stand in bloom. With surging hatred.
Bear witness to this miracle. Chew your food.
Would you like to see? No.
Yep. That was back when I was running my Korra, too, before they ruined her.
Pray for you. Witness flower petal rain.
It's right there at the end. I was using Korra to farm so much shit. Trying to get the drop of anything I could.
Shall we? Rai has good woman.
Is it time to feed you already?
Light, shine upon my enemies. With surging hatred.
1.1 million? I don't know if I can really do too much better. Yeah, I was gonna say I might be able to do slightly better with a manual run, but like running auto is just getting the idea it doesn't actually work. Yeah, we'll run it. Why not? Let's make sure that we have,
You called for me? This is now my territory. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
all right. Let's go do it. I don't. And like I said, I'm not using the fucking new heroes, so kiss that ass goodbye. Alright. Tamamo doesn't have that. That's not a ton of stat we're missing there. You're fine. I know you're good. You're good. Alright. We'll do this manual.
This blade has long defended an ancient city. Are you prepared? By the will of the gods. Light, shine upon my enemies. Okay. This is my world. Though it is a bit bare.
Yeah, that's... So I've got the anti-ranger one up right now. So that's where I'm trying to milk the points out of this run. I've got one more ticket left, so we might try something with that on a run too, because I'm going to end up needing strikers, and I'm going to need strikers, so I'll end up taking away my mages.
Fine. Dispatch all support sentinels. Destroy the target. I'll sunder you.
Do you want me? Eat up, Kitsune.
By the will of the gods. Light, shine upon my enemies.
Let us see your limits.
Insolent wretch. On your knees. Okay.
I don't really have a max HP unit here, other than Seiran.
Sally, fly has blown. Moe, upon the white snow. Stand in bloom.
I want you. Oh, so pure.
Fine. Watch in awe. Insolent wretch. On your knees. Me?
I've got 90. I want to save for 160, so we'll go ahead and do
The light
this.
from the heavens is the grace of the gods. I'll rise.
Do you want me? Chew your food.
Shall we? Now the telescope, Cerulata, scatter to the wind. Like a farewell wind. By the will of the gods, as the gods will. I praise the great.
Oh shit, that's right. I don't have her 5-star yet.
You just subjects.
This is bad.
That's tragic.
Good. With surging hatred. Become sand.
Yeah, we don't have a retry button here.
Yikes. I'll cut them down.
Right as I got my burst too, motherfucker.
Cerulata. By the will of the gods. Light, give me strength.
Yeah, this run's not gonna go nearly as good because we didn't get the
I'll show you the desert's fury.
we didn't get the burst off in time.
Become sand. Yikes. It's nearly come to an end. Like a passing.
I'm on it, dude. Fuck. Do you not see what all the shit I put up? I literally have to run mono grass on this.
Lyle has been.
I'm saying in this, I do not have a max HP unit inside of this specific run. I'm forced to run grass only in this run.
Light, give me strength. Insolent wretch.
Yeah, this run got cooked because we didn't get around to it, so we didn't earn nearly. Yeah, now that's the one where I'll have to go in and go recook up some other ways. Yeah, we lost 500,000 points because I didn't get a good run. Absolutely piss. I hate when RNG does that. You get it good in the test battle and then it absolutely cucks you on the second run. Alright, so let's try to cook up something else that is not. So I don't think we're gonna run mages. Let's take out the restriction for max HP. I need to find the striker, because chances are I'm gonna have to use a striker at this point. Yeah, alright, you cannot use striker heroes, we gotta pull that off. I don't know if I'm gonna debuff him or not. We'll have to look at that in a second. So that could be the only other one we pop on to help out. And we can't keep it to grass only. Alright, so bring in the queen. I need something to get rid of debuffs. Let's see. Or get rid of buffs. Unbuffable, but that's not going to help me at that point in time. Could run Dracon, And try to get it to tick off of that. We're gonna need Luna for the defender slot tech. But we might actually. Hello there, how's it going? Yeah, I do, but I'm trying to run it without mages. Doing good. We're hanging out, working on guild raid.
Lower your gaze. Your ruler is here.
Okay, so it's gonna only be a 50% chance, and then we have a weakness gauge reduction 1, which is fine. We would need this for a 100% chance effect, or 100% chance to inflict critical hit chance. Could work. That could be interesting. See how this goes. Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. That could be interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field.
Accept your punishment for
Are
being
you still
impertinent.
alive? I'll recover a sample. There we go. Follow my lead. Assessment complete. Attack our enemies.
An opening. Did you know where you're going? Accept your punishment for being
Are you still
impertinent.
alive? I can do it. Eliminating enemies. Regulating variables.
Alright, we're gonna apply that next turn. The dual attack is at 120. Actually, let's go ahead and just put that up.
No matter the trial, nothing will stop my path to my utopia!
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get away without it, but I don't think I can.
Unexpected variable. Requesting fire support. Coordinates locked. Open fire. All right. Order confirmed.
We'll let that go for a while. I'm not worried about it.
Removing the variable.
How excellent. Oh, is it already time for the lashing?
An opening. Did you lower your guard?
Nice! How about a little mayhem? Try blocking this one too! Coolness inception! Moonlight slash!
Removing the variable.
Do you need some help?
Deploying defense field.
Accept your punishment for being a hardened living trash.
How boring. An opening. Did you lower your guard? Is it my turn? Target, fire.
Are you ready to pay for
Are you
your
still
insolence?
alive? Deconstructing to nanoscale.
There we go! How about a little mayhem? Coolness inception!
I can do it. Yes, master. I'll finish this quickly. Disappear in the depths of time. Regulating variables. How boring.
This world is full of beauty. The world is mine. Worship me. Are you ready to pay for
Are you
your
still
insolence?
alive? Is it my turn?
Okay, yeah, this is a pretty terrible thing, so we're gonna need
I was
to do the
able
other.
to protect you this time.
All right, let's look at all right, let's look at the setup that we have here. No mages allowed, that's fine. Weakness gauge reduction on boss monsters. Yep, that's fine. No rangers allowed. That's what I'm trying to keep up. Defensive boss, extra 40%. That's fine, which is why I was hoping to use some ignore defense stuff. Increases attack of boss monsters at the end of the turn. Reduces chain points of all allies by 10%. That's also kind of an issue. Increases speed of the boss by 50, which means we would need to come in here and track down the increases damage inflicted by light heroes, reduces damage taken by light heroes. Critical hit chance of striker allies. Alright, let's just do a couple rounds and see how that goes. See how this one cooks. I'm not gonna do it. I promise you, I'm not gonna do it. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I promise you, I'm not gonna do it. And I will do anything under my power not to use Velia until she gets her English voice. I will do literally absolutely anything than use her. I won't use Summer Ember and I won't use Velia until they get their English voices. When they get their English voices, I'll start using them. Till then, I'm playing with English voice characters.
Are you ready to pay for your insolence? Awesome!
Alright, we'll go ahead and do this.
Charlie! Hey, y'all!
I can do it. Eliminating enemies. I wonder what your screams sound like.
How amusing. Here I come. Spill your blood.
Nice! Better watch your head!
I'm trying to not use Rangers.
Are you
I'm trying to
ready
use that.
pay for your insolence? Awesome!
We're gonna save that. Yeah, she's not doing what she's doing more than I thought she was gonna do, but she's not doing what I expected her to do.
Better watch your head!
How excellent. Oh, is it already time for the lashing? Here I come. Spill your blood. Accept your punishment for being impertinent.
There we go! Shall we do this for real now?
Double attack.
You can take this! School is in session!
Yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to see just could I bully through it enough to make it count. But it doesn't. It's not enough to actually justify using it. It's more damage, but it's not better. I'd be better off using some of my other strikers.
Spill your blood.
You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode.
Are you ready to pay for your
Still
insolence?
alive.
Awesome! No way!
Because, like, this is the other reason why I was looking at it, is actually using it for the 2 to get rid of the other buffs. Like, you would take the sacrifice of it.
There we go! How about a little mayhem? Try blocking
But then he's got it right back as soon as you take it. So, I mean, it's kind of like a catch-22.
I wonder what your screams sound
How
like.
amusing.
Um,
How can something be so radiant? The world is mine. Devote yourself to me. Awesome!
we only need 13.
Check this out. Are you ready to pay for your insolence? Living trash.
All right. In this moment, time bends to my will. No one dares to harm my master.
Nice! How about a little mayhem? Better watch your head!
How amusing. Marvelous. Oh, is it already time for the lashing?
An opening. Did you know where you're going?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Gnarly. Hang his head.
New test subjects.
Well, I don't have the other Ember leveled up, and my slot's taken up, so I wouldn't be able to do that tonight.
Living trash.
Unfortunate, we died right when I had the burst, too. Alright, cool. So that's not gonna work. Alright.
We should
So we'll go look at
celebrate
a
the
completely
banquet.
different idea. We'll look at a completely different idea. Okay, so we have to think that now that the buffs are probably going to cuck us more than anything else. So it's better to score higher with fewer than... I'm not going to remove it. I'm going to try a couple other things. Let's see here. What is your immunities? Okay. So... You're... Okay. Cool. Oh, damn it. Alright. We're gonna take away the striker one to get our points back. We're going to take the mage away. I'm gonna do some weird sauce with this, I think. Cannot use strikers, that's fine. I'm gonna try to do this with mages. To bring that back up. Alright. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Take that out. Alright, so my idea is to bring this. I want to look at my defenders. We're gonna bring Veronica. So Veronica is gonna get Luna's gear. We're going to bring Luna. And I'm going to try Eternal. Alright. Alright, cool. So, the idea is, we're going to use the defense break to get through it. The dual attacks will make Luna do most of the damage. We're going to try to get it done as fast as possible, even though it's not optimal.
Activating safety mode.
The underworld is my home, and my side is the Reapers. May death equalize all. I'll start.
Alright, we're not going to do that now, because there's no point.
What should I do?
Alright, go ahead and do
Let's
this.
end this with a victorious barrage. Endurance cannon, fire!
Shall we continue?
Okay, so she's polar, or white knight. Cool.
It's humanity's resolve! Complete the way forward, starting with you!
So that's 9,000
I'll
damage,
start.
okay.
All right, very well. I have zero motivation.
I can do it! Firing my shot. See our boundaries!
Black fire.
Shall we continue? For your king! Vanquish!
Looks like it's my turn. Is that an order?
that an order?
I'm gonna save it for the dual attack, because I may need the defense break.
I'll start. I'm taking your life.
So, you've decided.
I might be in danger. The underworld is my home, and my side is the Reapers. May death
Alice also
equalize
isn't built.
all.
I don't have a lot of units
Might
built.
be in
I don't build a
danger.
bunch of units too often. Where I have, like, I mean, Alice actually I just got. I'm gonna be real.
I can do it.
If I'm gonna be 100% real, we just pulled Alice, not like, what, a week ago?
I will protect them.
Looks like it's my turn. Is that an order? Face me with honor.
Exceed our boundaries.
Black fire.
You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode. You've decided. For your
Shall we? Die, please.
Looks like it's my turn. Just try to take it. Fire away!
Shall we continue? For your king!
Shall we? Die, please.
I can do it. Order confirmed. I'll finish this quickly. Disappear in the depths of time. Follow my lead.
Black fire.
New test subjects.
Show me the way forward, my premier.
Alright, so this ended up getting, what? 169? Yeah, that's not good. Okay. So that's not enough to brute force through it. Okay. So, how do I want to approach this? I want to... Alright, let's start over and pay attention to what we're adding. Okay. Increases the attack, that's fine. I can take that. Increases the defense, that's fine as well. Increases the speed, that's fine as well. Team restriction, you cannot use striker heroes on your team. Increased damage against boss monster proportional to the number of debuffs. Okay, I may end up debuffing. At the end of the boss's turn, reduces chain points of allies by 10. For 20 points. Alright, I'm going to try not using that. We're going to try to not use rangers. Reduces weakness gauge damage taken by the boss by 20% for 20. Team restriction is Earth Heroes, so I can't really be on that. So... let's see if I can do this without strikers. So my damage mages are realistically... without having to getting into building anybody, because the only ones that are actually built are these three right here, are the only ones that actually have it. Asti does have her skills. So... we could technically use her. As a damaging mage. Everybody else back here isn't gonna have stuff. The only reason she's even up here is because she's got gear on her. But her skills aren't leveled anymore. Maybe I do have to use a striker. Okay. Well, no, there's... With what I have left, I really don't have any actual, like, damage left. Like, I can probably do this, but I'd have to level this one skill. And we can take Dracon in there, and we'll try the curse thing. My, Iota isn't built. I can't use her. There. We'll carry that. I can't go any further. I don't want to blow any more books for fucking around on it. Because I've got other units that I actually want to actually build, so we don't want to just flush books down the drain. Alright. So no mages, no rangers. We're gonna run strikers, try to get the chain point up.
Lower your gaze. Your ruin is here.
Let's see if this ends up actually doing it.
Arise, subjects! Show the world the wrath of dragons!
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Accept your punishment for being impertinent.
Still alive.
I can do it. Eliminating enemies.
To battle! Fear! Power of a dragon! Draconic firestorm!
How boring. Here I come. Spill your blood. Looks like it's
All right, we're gonna have to do the. I'm gonna have to lose the passive.
At long last, I was helpful.
It's too brutal as it is, so I'll have to lose what 20% I think for the crit. Yeah, no 70%. Fuck, that's terrible. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. We just need to get something on the board at this point because I don't have really anything built for the secondary option of this, so it doesn't really fucking matter what we do
Do you need some
for
help?
today.
Deploying defense field. Are you ready to
So it's basically just trying to weed out what is the best combination of built units we have to get it to survive today, and then you worry about it tomorrow. But you only get one crack at it with the synchro because it's a 12-hour cooldown on it.
Spill your blood.
At last! Draconic blow!
Looks like it's my turn. As long as we live, we shall not give in to despair. Take this! Endurance cannon! Dragon's tusk!
Kneel death, subjects.
Bro, we just got executed.
Punishment for being impertinent. Living
Oh, we just got executed. Yeah, okay, So 90,000 in 4 turns. What does this end up with?
Delicate misery. Stand up and fight. I'm still okay. An opening. Did you lower your guard? Real danger. With one hit, I'll destroy them. Face me with honor. Not yet. Yes, Master. In this moment, time bends to my will. No one dares to harm my master. How amusing. How excellent. Here I come. Spill your blood. What should I do? Is that an order? Face me with honor.
Hello there, can I join your guild? Yeah. What's your IGN and are you on Global 1?
All right. Yes, Master. Cue the fanfare. Delicate misery. Stand up and fight. Marvelous. Oh, is it already time for the lashing? An opening. Did you
Billy Willy? Alright, cool. I'll grab it in just a second. Okay, so it's kind of possible to get 100k if this is the worst case scenario.
Looks like it's my turn.
We got 12 turns left, which means we'd get it somewhere around 150k if we actually brute forced it, so...
I was helpful.
This ends up scoring 130,000, so 230, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to do it. got you in. Members, how are we doing? Is there anybody like just chilling in here for like a week? 3 days, I can kind of hang on to that. 2 days is fine. 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. 4 days, we'll need to probably remove that first. Okay, let's see if I can... What else do I have built that I could do for this? What I have built versus what I don't have built is kind of where it's stopping me at this point. The account is heavier striker built than it is mage built. Most of the newer units after 6 months are not even built. And most of these are not built at all. So yeah, we're deep in the I don't have skills leveled in any of this shit. Alright. So, looking with what we actually have built to get the best score possible for today. Do I just go Leroy Jenkins on this? Get rid of the Ranger thing and just try to go for... Wouldn't be built. It doesn't matter if I have her. I promise you, I have every unit in this, but it wouldn't be built. It wouldn't be leveled up. I have every normal unit in the game except for actually no, I have actually at this point I have every normal unit in the game. Except for collabs and limiteds. Those are the only ones I don't have. But I promise you, nothing is built outside of what is on the front half of this on what's on the front half. Getting to right about here, it's not built. Go past this unit here, none of this shit is built at all. No skill books, no nothing in it. And my synchro is locked, so I cannot use that as well. So you have to keep that in mind. My synchro is locked. I cannot pull anything out, and it would be 12 hours, and this thing ends in 11. Or wait, no, it actually ends at a reset. It would pop up, but I would need 11 out or 12 hours from now, which I'd be not playing the game in 12 hours from now. It's cucking me because everything that I need is not. This one's the one that's cucking me the most because if I could use strikers, I would have no problem doing this. If I could have access to all the heavy-hitting striker stuff I have on my account. But this is going against me right now because I don't have all the debuff mage shit going on. Alright, let's look through our heroes this way. And I lost 600 or 500,000 points on that Tamamo run. I like this game, but I'm confused on how to set the auto skill in a fight. Really simple. Let's jump into a fight real quick for you. Really, really simple.
Here's to another day of business. Hit me.
So this basically says, do you want to use the skills or not, is what you're setting up. And if you want to use your major skills, this is for boss battles only. Which means once you get to the final stage, it'll use their big skills on the boss battle only. So then it's burst. Do you want to use their burst skills or not? And you can basically say, yes, I do or do not want to use the burst skills. Then you tell it the level of the burst skill that you want it to activate. Do you want it to use the burst 1, the burst 2, or the burst 3? So you can come through and you can cherry pick what you want this to use. And then if there is multiple monsters in the, or enemies in the stage, you can tell it to prioritize the boss or not. So if you want specific units to focus the boss, you can tell it to focus the boss there. That's what each one of these buttons does. So use their skills. Do you want to actually use the bursts at all on the character? And then what level of the burst do you want it to use? And prioritize attacking the boss over attacking an enemy. Because at that point they would go for elemental advantage over, they'll go for elemental advantage over the boss. So by doing this ensures that they'll attack the boss over the other enemy there. And then you just click the arrow button right there, and off it goes. They'll do their thing. And now it'll go by that order of what we have.
The world is my home, and my side is the Reapers. May death equalize all. Hellfire
So,
incinerate my enemies.
auto battle in a nutshell. Hello there, how's it going? Alright, let's try to knock this out. It's 10 o'clock. I need to get going. So let's try to get one more, let's try to get this other fight in real quick, and we'll just take what we can get. So... All right. That would have made it a lot cleaner, not gonna lie. But they would never do that. Just out of curiosity, do I have another grass defender? Not built. Okay, never mind. Alright, so that ruins that idea. Okay, so... we just can't use rangers. Is what I'm gonna try to do. See what this scores. If can't go any further, if this gets anything above 125,000, we'll run it because I just need to get going.
Now farewell.
So we'll try to fish for something that can do like
The
125,000.
underworld is my home, and my side is the reapers. May death equalize all. Hellfire, incinerate my enemies.
Is that all? Prepare yourself. The heart of winter is cold as ice.
What should I do? Let's end this with a victorious barrage! Endurance cannon, fire!
I'll freeze you to bone. Shall we continue? Here, our path diverge! I shall ascend beyond, crushing you beneath me!
I'll start. Die, please.
Go ahead and struggle. I'll teach you some manners.
Looks like it's my turn. With one hit, I'll destroy them. It's been a while since I got a good workout.
Ha! Exceed our boundaries! So, you've decided? With the fall of a star, commence! So, you've decided? I shall test your faith!
Wait, right? No, I'm on Polar Knight.
How about a challenge?
Yeah, never mind. I don't want to do that. I just want to use this.
I might be in danger. Die, please.
Yep, she's cooked.
Is that all? I'll teach you some manners.
Looks like it's my turn. Is that an order? How about this? Victoria!
How about a challenge? I shall open a path!
Okay, so we need to find something, a replacement for Eternal. Oh yeah, I know we'll be able to do it. Hold on. Was Eternal even geared? Yeah, she's geared. She just pops like a damn cherry. It's all in speed and effectiveness on that stuff. Okay, so... Son of a bitch. I don't have access to any easy defense breaks right now. Like, Eternal's my easiest defense break. Nobody else has the stuff leveled up to do it. And that's not going to make a big difference. Luna's also not getting... Like, I'm also just... Let's see how this rolls. Because if I can get just anything to do, like I said, to get up about 250,000 in terms of, like, actual damage, I would be fine. I'd be okay.
Are you ready to pay for your insolence?
Go ahead and struggle. Prepare yourself. The heart of winter is cold as ice.
What should I do? Let's end this with a victorious barrage! Endurance cannon, fire!
An opening. Did you lower your guard?
Yeah, that is an option that I could been debating running. It's just getting rid of all the things, and I've got the stuff. Like, I can get there. I can get the weakness gauge reduction.
Is that all?
Shattered to pieces. What should I do? Is that an order? How about this? Victoria!
Exceed our boundaries. So, you've decided?
This is humanity's resolve.
Yeah, we'll just smack into it as hard as we can.
Lead the way forward, starting with you!
Marvelous!
An opening. Did you lower your guard?
Is that all?
Submit to me.
Here I come! Spill your blood!
Oh, you finally counterattack! Holy shit!
Is that an order?
Imagine, you actually counterattacked for once.
Crawl, innocent. So, you've decided?
I can't wait to hear your screams.
She forgot about it, yeah.
Follow my lead. It was great seeing you.
Now, freeze to death.
Go ahead.
Well, this is a test run. I just wanted to see if the team would survive him, and that's fine. I'll put Stella there when I actually run it. It'll survive. It's taking the hits. That's all we needed to know. Because I'm not running any healer whatsoever, so we just needed to see, could I get through this? So... And yes, it's letting, like, I can do this. So if we can get here, we do the damages right, we'll probably break, at this point, we're 15 turns in, this is probably gonna get somewhere around, with all what the bullshit we've got, we're not breaking 100,000 on this.
Are you ready to pay for your insolence?
So I'm not breaking 100,000 on my,
How about a challenge? Place your fate on the line.
on damage.
You dare. Don't look away.
Yeah, this is a test run.
As the world shrinks. And
This is the test run.
What should I do?
Yeah, 18 turns, we're not gonna get it in time.
As long as
Actually, we will.
we shall not give in to
If we did it correctly all the way through, we can probably get it. We can probably get 100k on it. Which will end up being like 100 and... No, actually, this is going to be probably one of the worst runs. In terms of damage stuff, because we don't have all the excess multipliers. Like, we scored far higher
this is my power.
The authority
with
of
multipliers.
So, what can I do you for? Well, this should help train the soldiers. Well, this should help train the soldiers. So, what can I do you for?
Funny that that doesn't show the ability to combine there.
So, what can I do you for?
Okay, we don't need that. We'll, go ahead and do that.
This should help train
Get the barrier strength on it. Gnosis Dahlia's done. There's nothing there. Stella's done. All of my, like, the only thing we could technically do here is, if we really wanted to get saucy with it, go ahead and max Stella or Dahlia out and get the chain point back over here. Screw it, we'll just take it instead of trying to get the stats. Blue is because blue is the highest. There's the most of them there. Cool. All right.
Lower your gaze. Lower your gaze when you speak to me.
So, what can I do you for?
Yeah, we'll use that. Alright, so let's go into, it's probably about as good as we're gonna get it. Stella, Gnosis, Luna. Yep, let's go. Alright, here's the Leroy Jenkins. Whatever happens, happens. Like I said, I gotta get going, so it's not like I can sit here and piss around every possible combination we've got. And then we've also got RNG here to say, screw you! Alright, chain preview. We're gonna run them in that order. We're actually gonna run it in that order. So yeah. That's the best we can do.
Tremble! Your enemy is here!
Accept your punishment for being
Now she just needs to learn to counter, and we'll be good.
struggle. Don't look away. As the world shrinks and disintegrates.
Looks like it's my turn. As long as we live, we shall not give in to despair. Take this! Endurance cannon!
How amusing. An opening. Did you lower your guard?
Submit to me. So, you've decided?
Go ahead and blow this turn.
I shall ascend beyond, crushing you beneath me!
Go ahead and struggle. I'll take you surprise.
Looks like it's my turn. With one hit, I'll destroy them. Face me with honor.
Follow my lead.
Crawl, insect.
Shall we continue? I shall lead the charge.
Alright, go ahead and drop this one. Alright, take care. We'll see you later. I'm about to get off myself. So enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you stopping by.
Everything is broken.
New test subjects.
Are you ready to pay for your still alive? I'll take you down. Here I come. Spill your blood.
And we're cooked on this run as well.
I'll take you to that. You dare. You maggots. You dare. Shatter to pieces. So, you've decided? I'm still okay. Marvelous. Oh, is it already time for the lashing? Here I come. Spill your blood. You dare. Don't look away. As the world shrinks and disintegrates. Shall we continue? I shall test your faith. Place your
Well, we'll break 100,000. That's at least the best part of it. Losing Veronica was terrible, considering she had far more EHP than any one of these units outside of Stella. Which is weird. Stella has about the same EHP as that. Veronica got just absolutely Hakkai'd from this thing. She has gear on and everything, and the EHP on that build is pretty good. So, this is what happens when RNG cucks you. You can't do shit. Which is freaking hilarious. 100% hilarious. Well, it's gonna be the only run because it's the actual run. And that's what this is why both real runs, RNG said differently than the test run. Which blows me away. That normally, at least with, in Nikkei's stuff, when we would do, like, test runs for bosses, it was pretty close. Like, I might be within 5-10% difference. No, this is, like, a swing of, like, 60-50% difference in how I score from a test run to this because of how the RNG takes place. Like, not a great. I scored better with having more shit up on some of the junk runs than I did with this. That's what I find funny, is like, sometimes some of the stupid runs that I try score way better. Then when I actually, like, try, it scores way less. Like, this had the potential to do a lot better. But it didn't. So, tragic on that. Also, this is really sad, too, not gonna lie. That's really sad to see. Oh, man. Like, that's it? That's really all that's... Like, yeah, there's a bunch of guilds playing, but when you, like, think about the players that are behind this, there's not many. We'll probably get, what, top 10 at the end? I mean, even top 8, it's still a decent buff. Doesn't really make a big difference between them. Like, you're looking at a little bit of gold and a little bit of health. I mean, you're still looking at 1,000 Aether coming in, which is cool. Guild coin will be shiny and nice. So, I mean, even if we get up in there, it's perfectly fine for me. But it's just like, when I see that compared to what I know what this used to be, this hurts to me when I look at that. So, anyway, that's it for me. I gotta go get busy. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. We'll be on tomorrow with Outerplane later tomorrow. Tonight, I don't know what we're gonna end up doing, if I'll end up streaming tonight. Battlefield's off the table. That's all we know. So that's where we're at, and we'll figure out where we're gonna go from there. So y'all take care, enjoy, and I'll see y'all later, everybody. No, not for Battlefield. Battlefield specifically, it's the game itself. Every other game we played perfectly fine. Every other game was perfectly fine. It's whatever, something's fucked with Battlefield and streaming. But playing Battlefield off stream works perfectly fine. Play Battlefield on stream, might as well go Isekai itself. So, anyway, yep, that's it. Yep, we'll see you later.